Thank you. And since you're all standing, or most of you, we're going to take a moment to recite the Pledge of Allegiance, and then we'll have our national anthem. So, if you all follow me, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. If we can delete that from the video. Well, good evening again. Let me officially welcome you all tonight. My name is Tim McClure, the principal here at Barrows STEM Academy. It's been one of those years, one of those days. I'm glad we're able to have this tonight. Mother Nature wasn't cooperating, but it pretty much fits the whole year, so we're going to make it happen and do a good job. I'd like to welcome everybody to the Barrows 8th grade rising ceremony for the class of 2021. Before we begin, I do have a special guest I'd like to acknowledge them joining us today. First of all, our superintendent, Dr. Tracy Youngberg. We have a few members of our Board of Education. The chair of the Board of Education is denied. And also Mrs. Paula Haney. We have Mr. Kalajian and Ms. Fur, the two assistant principals up here. Last but not least, Ms. Hilda Ray from the Board of Education. Land and Kristen Hall. And finally, all the teachers and staff in attendance tonight. So I want to start off tonight by saying a few words. I thought it was pretty short. It ended up being 4 pages, but I did use a larger font, so I'm hoping it'll go somewhat quick and efficient. So good evening once more. I'd like to welcome you all to our 8th grade promotion ceremony. As I said before, my name is Tim McClure, and I'm privileged to be the principal here at the Barrows STEM Academy for the past 3 years. And what 3 years it has been. 8th grade students. Many of you began your careers here in Barrows as first graders and have spent the last 8 years growing physically, emotionally, and academically. Though I consider my time here relatively short in comparison to you, I have known many of you since the beginning. Each 8th grade class is special and unique in their own way, and this year is no different. I would be remiss if I did not acknowledge the unique and incredible opportunity that I have tonight in serving the dual role as both principal to and parent of a student being promoted. Look at our 61 8th graders bound for the foreign land we call high school. It is a talented, kind, and considerate group who have grown from curious and sometimes mischievous little first graders into the amazing young adults who sit before us today. They are diverse, they are unique, and they are quite special to all of us. Barrows class of 2021, take a moment to look around and see the powerful support system that you have in your lives. Take a look at those who sacrificed, loved, cared for, and encouraged you the last 13 to 14 years of your lives. Now look at each other. You've spent the last 8 or so years experiencing life together. Cherish those moments, cherish your classmates, and appreciate all that you were able to experience and do while being here at Barrows. Appreciation is a word that I'd like to focus a little bit on tonight. Throughout your time here, you participated in activities such as Science Olympiad, U.S. Super STEM, Student Council, and a National Junior Honor Society. All of those things were lost this past year or were greatly affected. I asked your 8th grade teachers the other week to ask from you to share some of your favorite memories and times while you're here at Barrows. Some of the favorite memories that you shared were as follows. Many of the various field trips that you have had over the years. Understandable. Field day, shout out to Mr. Franchi. 6th grade year, and the staff always greeting you each day with a smile. What really struck me, though, was the number of you who responded with both making new friends and being able to hang out with your friends all pre-COVID. My favorites, though, were the following, and I quote, I'm not sure from who. The first day of 1st grade, because I met most of my best friends, and later on, met more and more and better memories with them. And the second was making all the friends that I have now that have stuck with me for 8 years. This school has really made an impact on me, and I'm so glad for everything it has taught me. When I read this, I just think of all the time and effort that everyone here at Barrows puts in on a daily basis, and know, without a doubt, that it was worth it. If there's one thing I learned as principal during a pandemic, it is to appreciate all of the little things that we encounter on a daily basis. And I ask all of you to take a moment to reflect on your time here and the memories you've all shared. Sometimes when you step away from something for a while, in this case, this year, I'm referring to all the live and in-person schooling, we have a greater understanding and appreciation for what we have. As I was writing this and figuring out what I wanted to say today, I remember the quote from Steve Jobs. So do we all know who Steve Jobs was? Yeah. Anybody out there have an iPhone, an iPad, MacBook, any Apple product? 8th graders, you guys got that? Yeah, you do. Steve Jobs started Apple back somewhere around 1976, I believe. And he had a quote. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. For me, Steve Jobs was a visionary, and I just think that that quote really matches what we have going on here today. So take the time to appreciate all that you have. Before I recess this wonderful celebration later tonight, I do have a few reminders that I would like to share with you as you get ready to go to high school. Plan for tomorrow, but enjoy today, the here and the now. Spend your time doing what you should do. That leaves no room let me try it again. Spend all the time doing what you should do. This leaves no room for you to do what you shouldn't. If you worry about having enough, you will never have enough. Experience more happiness than drama in life. There is no one definition of success. Remember to love learning for the sake of learning. Learn to embrace imperfection. Understand the difference between a crisis and an intervention. The simplest gift you can give others is your smile. Something else that's a challenge. We all sit here today with a mask on. You will eventually grow to value everything your parents or guardians have been telling you these past 13, 14 years. They are much smarter than you think. And finally, put down your phone, look others in the eye, and have a conversation from time to time. I think many of you parents know what I'm talking about with that. So I, as well as all these fine educators and staff at Barrows, know that the potential is there. As your principal, I challenge you to be responsible enough to fix the little things that seem to hinder you from being or doing your best. Be respectful enough to always say thank you, and I appreciate that, to all those who help you reach those milestones in life, and be ready to take on the challenges and obstacles that you face as you continue your journey, and don't be afraid to stand up for what you think is right. I would like to conclude by thanking all the parents, guardians, grandparents, aunts, uncles, friends, teachers, and staff, superintendent, and Board of Education members joining us today. The students here today could not have made it without your support, dedication, and commitment to their education. So congratulations, Barrows class of 2021. Today is a milestone. It tells you how far you've come. Keep learning, keep trying, keep accomplishing, and keep venturing on through your journey. Good luck in the future. You are going to high school with this whole community around you, and we will always be rooting for you. We wish you the best of everything and all the years to come. Thank you. I'd now like to invite up Dr. Youngberg to say a few words.
Thanks to Mr. McClure. Good evening, everyone. I'm so proud to briefly address the C.H. Barrows STEM Academy 8th grade class of 2021. I know you're smiling under those masks. I know you are. It's hard to tell, but I know it's happening. You're certainly a class that will forever have at least a large portion of your middle school years remembered as taking place during a unique period in history. In your time since 5th grade, you've had to overcome many challenges and make adjustments to new learning and experiences, not the least of which is surviving a global pandemic. You learned how to attend school remotely and in the hybrid model, how to utilize new technology and learning platforms, how to stay connected with one another even when they were asking us to deliberately stay apart, and all at the same time trying to maintain your school spirit. Tonight you will officially be promoted to the 9th grade, to high school, but you're leaving middle school and the K-8 family here at Barrows well prepared and confident to be successful in your next part of your learning journey. The high school curriculum, no matter where you've chosen to attend, will be more rigorous than middle school, and your learning experiences will be specifically designed to prepare you for college and career. But I'm telling you, you are ready and well prepared. And I actually think the pandemic has helped you be even more prepared. It's at least taught you to be flexible and to be open to new things, and to just sort of do things on the fly, which are all skills that you're going to apply to your real life, I can assure you of that. Students, I'm incredibly proud of being able to promote you this evening, and watching you grow and develop over time. I lost it there. Looking forward to hearing about your graduations from high school in 4 years. To the parents in the audience, I share in your pride tonight, and I'd like to say thank you for all that you've done to support our students, your children, through their journey to this point. I especially want to say thank you for the last 15 months. Parents were asked to do things you have never been asked to do before. And from the bottom of my heart, I completely appreciate all the support that you've given these kids over the last 15 months. To the administrators and teachers and staff, I say thank you for joining us in this journey and making the adjustments necessary to make sure those young people in the back of the room are prepared to be promoted tonight. Grade 8 Barrows students, congratulations. Have a great summer vacation and go Bulldogs.
Thank you, Dr. Youngberg. Now I'd like to invite up the 8th grade student, Gracie Kavanaugh, to say a few words.
Good afternoon, staff, students, and attendees. My name is Gracie Kavanaugh, and I'm a part of the Barrows graduating 8th grade class of like so much in so little time all at once. This is a day that I never imagined would be happening for a very long time. In these last few weeks of school, as my time here has almost come to an end, I've been reflecting on my years at Barrows, the memories, the people I've met, the friends I've made. There's no denying that Barrows has been one of the most important components of my life, of my childhood. Barrows is my second home. My parents enrolled me there as soon as it opened, and I got in. I was among the first year of students attending, and the rest is history. I've been going to Barrows since I was in first grade. I still so vividly remember 5-year-old me climbing up the bus stairs and taking a seat, watching my mom smile and wave at me as the bus drove away to this foreign place that I had no idea would become such an amazing part of my life. Now I know Barrows inside out. And while I'm really upset with the departure, I'm ready to move on. This school has prepared me for anything that comes my way in high school, and lots of things in life too. Some of the teachers that I've met here have made incredible impacts on me. They have truly inspired me to be the best person that I could be. They've taught me so much and so well, and because of that, I'm prepared and confident that I will succeed in the future. Barrows not only helped me excel academically, but it taught me so many important real-life lessons too. On the softball field and basketball court, I practiced how to be a part of a team, how to have responsibilities, and how to get things done in a joint effort. I know that practice really does make perfect, even outside the classroom. I was president of the student council for 2.5 years, and in that time I learned how to be a true leader. I got the opportunity to kickstart events, donate to our community, and be a source of communication for our students as the student body representative. I learned the value of hard work, dedication, and persuasion. In the National Junior Honor Society, I learned how to plan and work towards bettering our community and our world, even on the smallest levels. I got to work with money for the first time, and I learned how to manage it. In the Science Olympiad, I learned how to get along with new people and how to be precise in my work and writing. I learned how to manage my time effectively. People oftentimes overlook middle school as some of the worst years of your life as important. Famous essayist, poet, and philosopher Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "Life is a journey, not a destination." I believe that this holds true. Instead of just working towards graduating high school and moving on with our futures, I think that we need to start looking around and taking in all of the opportunities and experiences around us every day. Use those experiences to get to your destination. After all, that's what the journey is all about. Instead of taking life for granted, let's use our mistakes, our triumphs, our young middle school lives, and use them for good. So think about all the things that you've learned in the last few years and appreciate them. You may just end up needing them sooner or later. And as this speech comes to an end, I would like to thank all of you teachers for everything you do. You really do make a difference in your students' lives. And I would also, on a more personal note, like to thank my parents and family for encouraging me to keep going, even when things got difficult. And you are the people that have shaped me, and I'm the way that I am because of you. And 8th grade, I know that we are braced to take that next step into high school, whether we know it or not. Wherever we're going, whatever we're doing, we are going on to bigger and better things. Thank you.
Thank you, Gracie. All right. Ms. Lynn I from the Board of Education for a few words.
Great speech, Gracie. I hope someday when you get to be a voting age, you actually think about running for local office. We need people like you on local boards. I hope you're going to stay involved in the community as much as you seem to be involved in your school. It is so great to be with you all here in person. I remember watching each of my 3 children graduate from 8th grade, and I understand what a meaningful moment this is for you, the students, and for your families. On behalf of the Board of Education, I want to congratulate today's graduates and thank the parents, loved ones, teachers, and staff who helped make this all happen. Bravo to all of you. Wow, what a year this has been. There have been plenty of ups and downs and lots of uncertainty in between. Being in and out of in-person learning and remote learning from home, people getting sick, masking, distancing, quarantines, and finally vaccines to help us return to some version of normal. In the end, what did each of you show us that you learned this year? I would say one big thing you have shown us is resilience. What does that really mean, resilience? I looked it up in the dictionary. It means the capacity to recover quickly from difficulties, toughness, or the definition I think really applies to all of you, accepting life's good and bad moments, trying to bring out its positive side, and learn to be stronger. I learned resilience when I was growing up. My family moved 17 times before I graduated from college. I did not live through a pandemic like all of you have, but I did change schools every year or two, and sometimes in the middle of the year. I learned how to embrace change and take the lessons I learned onto the next phase of my life. In a way, update myself for the next challenge. It is a skill that can really help you meet life's moments. So as you move to the next chapter, try to embrace what you have learned this past year and take that newfound strength forward with you. It has built a new mental and emotional muscle for you to use to meet your dreams. Finally, don't forget that your parents and all the people who care about you, including teachers and all the school staff, are there with you every step of the way. Go forward, move ahead, si se puede.
Thank you, Sai. All right, our next part tonight is a presentation of some different awards that we have. So with that, I would like to invite up our 8th grade teachers, Mrs. Beltier, Mr. Munson, Mr. Shields, and Ms. Podesla, to share a couple of awards. Come on up.
As we all know, the 2021 school year was full of challenges. Normally, the 8th grade ELA award goes to a student who has gone above and beyond to collaborate with peers, to mentor others in striving for their highest quality work through verbal or written feedback, and enthusiastically work in any assigned group for team projects. But most of these traditional learning experiences were unavailable to us this year, whether it be because of the required social distancing, the A-Day, B-Day cohorting, or the impersonal nature of remote learning. So this year, the 8th grade ELA award goes to a student who persevered through some very rough times, especially struggling with our extended remote learning phase, which lasted for several weeks in January. Virtual learning was not for her, and that lack of in-person interaction did cause her English grade to dip for a little while at that time. However, once we came back to the building, the student stepped up, put in the hard work and effort, and finally earned the well-deserved final average of A for that third trimester. So the 2021 8th grade ELA award goes to Mia De Jesus.
So this year's Science Award goes to a student whose work is, quite simply put, among the best I've ever seen. We talk a lot in education about preparing students for college and career readiness. Gracie Kavanaugh has consistently produced college-level work all year long. Science writing is much different from how we humans speak on a daily basis, yet Gracie is able to discuss science content in a comprehensive, coherent, insightful way, all while crafting arguments that grab and maintain the reader's attention. And in fact, you all had the opportunity to hear some of that just a little while ago. And it's with great enthusiasm that I present the 2020 to 2021 Science Award to Gracie Kavanaugh.
Good afternoon, everybody. I am Mr. Shields. I'm the 8th grade math teacher. Each year, the three of us are asked to give out an award for the student of the year in our subject areas. And each year it is difficult for us to choose just one student. Before I announce the student of the year in math, I must take a moment to thank the students and their parents for the extraordinary patience they displayed throughout the school year. Whether it involved bad Wi-Fi connections, figuring out what classes to log into and what time they started, to in-person students staying in the same seat for the entire day, except for mass breaks and lunch, you have persevered and reached the end of this long and exhausting journey. Now, with that being said, the student that I chose for the Student of the Year in math is exceptional in math, completes every homework and classwork assignment, and does extremely well on tests. In fact, he maintained a 99% average in Algebra 1 for the entire year. It is my honor to announce that the award for Math Student of the Year goes to Darian Jenkins.
The journey that we have taken this year is definitely unique. We will never be able to repeat it again, and I just want to reiterate what everyone else has said, how proud we are of all of you who have stuck through the most difficult times, the Wi-Fi, computer problems that none of us thought would happen. There is one student I feel that has improved the most this year out of all of the 8th graders. He has reached out for extra help whenever he has needed it. He attended the most virtual Wednesdays meets out of everyone. And it is my honor and privilege to be able to be his teacher. So without further ado, the most approved 8th grader is Mr. Bernardo Boyle.
We do have a few more awards tonight, so with that, I'm going to need the help of Mr. Pelagius first and Mr. Franchi. So if you want to come on up. Now, the following awards, if you go into our main office, you may see some of these plaques that are hanging around. So for the next 5 people, you're all going to be on the Barrows plaques until they're all filled up. So we got many years to go. So you can stop up here, parents, if you win it, or your child, I'm sorry. You can take a quick picture, but you don't get to take your plaque home. It's gotta stay here. Mr. Galatian?
All right, good evening, everyone. The Principal's Award is awarded annually to a student who demonstrates excellence in academics, community service, strength of character, and the courage to do what is right. This student is consistently willing to support his peers and the school community at large with a smile and without any desire for recognition. He excels in the classroom, consistently giving his best effort. This year's Principal's Award goes to Jesus Mason Diaz. The Diane L. Blaine Literacy Award is awarded to a student who demonstrates a genuine love of reading. The recipient of this award is an avid reader who is rarely found without a book in her hand. In fact, she can often be overheard expressing excitement about her next opportunity to pursue the selection of local stores to find her next read. She is always willing to support her peers in ELA class as well as contribute her ideas to class discussions. This year's Diane Blaine Literacy Award goes to Erica Lee Spiel. The Holly Herrick Legacy Award is given to a student who demonstrates excellence in global citizenship, a passion for learning, and pride in helping others. This year's recipient is an all-around exceptional student who is helpful inside and outside of the classroom. He is polite, conscientious, and is always searching for ways to ensure everyone is treated fairly. He seeks out opportunities to be supportive and caring towards his peers and has always been respectful to his teachers and all of the adults he encounters at Barrows. This year's Holly Herrick Award goes to Jose Valentin. All right, my eighth graders, I will be back in a while and we'll get a chance to make a little noise later. But right now, I'm going to invite Mr. Franchi up to award this year's Scholar Athletes.
I'm going to do a quick swap. Mr. Franchi wants to hold it and be surrounded by the two winners. Down and up. The Scholar Athlete Award is given to a male and female student athlete that succeeds both on the athletic field and in the academic classroom. This year's recipients are Darian Jenkins, and Kayana Maldonado. Congratulations to all the award winners tonight. Now for the moment most of you have been waiting for. I'd like to invite up Ms. Bird and Mr. Pelagian. They'll be reading their names tonight for the presentation of our promotion certificates.
Hi. In addition to the certificates of completion, we will also be giving students a special 2021 Rising Ceremony t-shirt that they can sign with felt pens that we will be providing in school over the next 2 days. So that'll be a really special memory. Okay. Graciela Acevedo. Cameron Barber. Autumn Perfume. Jaden Bissett. Rose Bissett. Laurelyn Boyer. Gracie Kavanaugh. Deshaun Chapman. Ricardo Cruz. Terry DeGray. Evangelista Jesus. Tammy Delgado Gomez. Marina Eaton. Erica Elise Field Santiago. Malachi Fowler. Pedro Galarza. Oliver Gotti. Kayla Kyle. Pablo Gonzalez. Aiden Grenier. Bryn Henderson. Ariana Signet. Malcolm Hunter. Doretha Isidro Lopez. Darian Jenkins. Rowan Johnson. Asia Jones. Bernardo Juarez. Caitlin Kirsenek.
Tessa Lambert. Jacob Leitzel. Jenna Lewis. Brianna Lopez Garcia. Eddie Lovely. Connor McClure. Diana Maldonado de Leeson. Edwin J. Martir Lopez. Owen Matthews. Chloe McClintock. Abraham Mena Hernandez. Jesus Meza Diaz. Jalen Middleton. Peter Moranis III. Chloe Nelson. Natalia Cara Garcia. Eduardo Para Sanchez. Javion Perez. Stephanie Quiroz Delgado. Jolian Rivera Lugo. Osvaldo Seralta Spinelli. Lindsay Smith. Kayla Soto Flores. Abiezer Soto Galarza. Aiden Sproul. Blake Terrico. Drew Taylor. Alyssa Tellier. Jose Valentin. Zaviangelis Vale Roman.
There were two students that didn't join us tonight. Those were Katie Atwell and Christy Atwell. But we'll be sure to get them their information in there. And parents, just so you know, I did tell them to go slower over here so you could get the pictures. So if you didn't get it tonight, it wasn't because I didn't let them know. All right. Couple more things and then we're done for tonight. So I'd like to bring up Lisa Giglio. I'd like to say a few words about this.
Look at that amazing sea of red behind the Barrows. Maya Angelou once said, "I've learned that people will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." You as a class have made me feel grateful and blessed. Graduating 8th graders, you came here the first year this school opened back in 2013, the same time as myself. Since that time, I have gotten to know most of you in various capacities. You are an incredibly amazing group of young men and women. Many of you have overcome challenges, both big and small. Many of you have suffered losses and have had many obstacles placed in your way. I have watched you rise above, grow, and push through the hard times. I have also watched you celebrate the good times. Life is a journey. You will have mountains to climb, and yes, mistakes will be made, but believe me when I tell you this, that it will be okay. Those mountains and mistakes are those times to embrace. I know that now it may be hard to understand, but as you grow, you will appreciate the strength that you acquire as a result. Remember, it is always good to ask for help should you need it, and to offer help anytime that you can. Remember to work hard and to never give up. You are a strong group. Just looking at this past year alone and all the challenges you have faced and overcome is so incredibly remarkable. You should all be so proud of yourselves, each and every one of you. I have known you as students for 8 years. I have watched you grow, not only in height, but as individuals. I have seen the goodness in all of you. I have seen the kindness in your hearts. As you travel through this journey called life, believe in yourselves as I believe in you. Remember that hardships make you stronger, and that your successes in life and in all that you do are defined by you as a person and your character. You can and will be a positive force in this world because of who you are, and I believe that in all of you. You are spectacular, magnificent, considerate, and kind. Thank you for being just who you are. You have made a difference, and I know you will continue as you travel down your own individual path. I wish you all the best from the bottom of my heart. I know the fond memories I have of all of you will always make me smile. Please remember that Barrows' door is always open, and don't ever stop to say hello. And lastly, in closing, if you don't see the sunshine, be the sunshine. Be well, class of 2021. You will be greatly missed.
Thank you, Ms. Julio. All right, and our final speaker for tonight is our 8th grade assistant principal, Mr. Bob Kalegi.
All right, congratulations, my 8th graders back there. You've been very patient, but why don't you shout yourselves out a little bit? Congratulations, we are all very proud of you. So this has been an amazing evening, and I'm so glad you all could be a part of it. I will keep my closing comments brief, as I couldn't possibly follow the amazing sentiments we have heard from this evening's speakers. I will truly miss this cohort of 8th graders, and I can honestly say the hallways and the classrooms won't be the same without their infectious personalities. Whether it's Kayla and Chloe Nelson coming to my office looking for snacks, or Malachi, Eric Elise, and Zavi, and Edwin, to name a few, who never forget to greet me in the hallways and classrooms and ask me how my day is going. Or watching Jenna Lewis strike out 14 hitters at a softball game. And Gracie, Deshawn, and Kayana actually coming to meetings and helping us plan this event. I could tell a story about every one of you and how much I've enjoyed being your assistant principal. I was watching a movie this weekend, actually Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. I know it's an 80s movie. I'm a bit stuck there at times. We could talk more about my issues another time. So, as father and son were sitting to dinner, they were debating the relationship over the years. The dad, played by Sean Connery, says, "It's not my fault you left home just when you were starting to become interested." So it just reminded me that our 8th graders have all had their growing pains along the way, but just as they became mature 8th graders who are level-headed and fun to talk to and be around, it's time for them to leave us. But I am happy, not sad, because I know they will all go on to do great things and make this audience and myself extremely proud. You always have a home at Barrows, my 8th grade graduates. Don't forget us, because we'll never forget you. This concludes our rising ceremony. Thank you, everyone. Rest of your evening.